Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus, and today we are going to be playing the Communist team, as you might have noticed from the title and the thumbnail and all the lovely things I have here, as well as the banner. We have a Communist emoji here, so I'll get into the story of how this emoji came to be, but first I've actually got to explain the team and explain what the hell we're doing today. So the Communist team, the idea behind it is that there is no I in the team, so we cannot use like single target abilities. So, for example, my doggy won't be able to heal himself because that would be cheating, right? There's no I in the team. If you want to heal, it's gonna have to be AoE. It's gonna have to be rejuvenating vapors or stuff like that. And if you want to attack your opponent, it's also gonna have to be with AoE abilities, because, you know, as if not having self-heals wouldn't be enough of a handicap, I decided to give myself that as well. So we're in for quite a fun time. So we started the match off with Bullock just to give ourselves a little bit of protection, and now we just went Bolster, give ourselves even more protection. Now we're gonna go Rejuvenating Vapors, give ourselves even more protection. So yeah, let's now explain how this emoji actually came to be. So, not sure if you know the clueless emojis, there's a lot of memes about them. They're kind of like Wojaks, but a hell of a lot cooler. And the usual clueless guy, he's just a very oblivious person, but they made a lot of additional emojis to give them kind of like more expressions. So this one has a pretty big story, because the first person made it just made like a clue communist. That was kind of the idea, just gave him the communist hat, and so just the person with the hat. And then someone removed the hat and made him a car, made a clue car emoji. And then they brought back the old clue communist and decided to make him have a thumbs up. So they made him a clue communist thumbs up. And then they decided to make a clue communist car thumbs up. And then I came along and I thought, you know what, how this would be really good with the greatest communist weapon, with an AK. And I just put a red AK on there. And now in the server we have the clue communist car AK thumbs up. That's the name. Now speaking of having a bad time, this is not good. We're playing against the SBRH comp. I'm not sure if Father Nicholas actually knows that, but no, actually that would be Flatulent. I can't really remember too well, actually. It was too long ago that team was actually popular. But right now I'm about to have a really bad time. I'm probably gonna have to change the guard here just to try and stay alive. And, you know, there's also a pass, so this is really not a favorable matchup for the communist team that's just trying to hit everyone. Now they're gonna go for a 50-50 stun. Please don't get it. Oh boy. Okay, how do I want to save this? Well, there is one way for me to try and save this, but I'll have to say that this looks very hopeless already. But I'm gonna go Fetching Vapors. Surely they don't hit the repulse, right? Now they hit one of the repulse. I think it was the higher man. Crit 16. Yeah, look at those crits right there. Just unbelievable. So many crits going on left, right, and center. Father Nicholas says, "You madman, you did it." Yeah, they didn't even get punished for it. Well, not too hard at least, but I'm about to die here to a Vendetta. Please don't get a Vendetta death blow. Okay, that's good. I might actually stay alive here. Quite greedy of my opponent to go for the Vendetta first, instead of just going Sniper Shot and then Vendetta. It's kind of a better chance to get the kill if you go for 25 and then a 65 instead of going for a 50 and then a 40. At least that's kind of how I see it, right? But yeah, now I can just click and I can go Hanseri and lose 2 of my characters by doing that. Do I want to do that is the question. You know what? You only live once. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, goodbye, doggy. He only hit the Arbalest and he's just gone. And that was even extra unlucky, because technically the Higher Man hits you first with the riposte, and then the Man-at-Arms went in for the kill and just got the kill without having the finisher, so that was something else. Now I do have some stun resistance here, so that's gonna come in quite handy. This technically shouldn't be a terrible matchup, because I have Bellow debuffs to reduce my opponent's damage, and I have a lot of protection, right? So these repulses are kind of garbage. But the biggest problem here is that I'm getting stunned left, right, and center by that Crusader, so it's not looking that good to say the very least. But we have Clue Communist Car AK thumbs up supporting us, so we can do that. If you didn't know, there's even a more detailed version of this, which has a communist flag behind it, but I thought, maybe that's not the greatest idea to put in a Butcher Circus video, so I just ended up not doing it. So yeah, we're just gonna click the Man at Arms here. We have 80% protection, we have 43 HP. Try bursting through that without any sort of DOT. I might still actually be able to win this, let's be honest. The Arbals doesn't have Piercing Quarrel. My Man at Arms is essentially unkillable. What I can do here is I can just keep dropping Rejuvenating Vapors. I'm definitely not gonna go festering into those two characters. Also, I do have Holy Lance, but you know, I can't use it because it only hits one character, right? My opponent probably doesn't even know I'm playing a communist team here, just going full on AoEs, but oh well. It's definitely difficult to make a team with this, because if you try to put Flagellant in a team, you can't go Exsanguinate anymore, you can't go Punish anymore, you can't go Reclaim, but yeah, it's really quite rough. So she deals 3 damage to my Man-at-Arms, which, you know, tickles. It absolutely tickles, and I'm just gonna drop a Bellow here, keep reducing their damage, and yeah, I might still be able to win this. It's very sad that the Doggy died this early. This probably would have been a better team if I just had full dodge Doggy and then just try to stay alive that way. They're gonna flare 1 damage debuff, by the way. That's special. I'm gonna click here and go for the Zealous, because since it didn't stun me, I can just go ahead and do it. I get hit by a crit 11 riposte. Interesting. Interesting that they still do a decent amount of damage. But now I have extra protection because of the crit. So that's going to come in really, really clutch here. I might still be able to win this. Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be an amazing turnaround that we're definitely going to watch? Hopefully. So 1 damage. Yeah, it tickles. They don't have any disruption either. This is kind of the problem with the SPRH comp, is that I'm not sure if he had Flagellant or Crusader. This is a team that came in like in the second Butcher Circus tournament. That guy, SPRH, just played it with surgical precision, every single move, but then lost and then never played Butcher Circus again. That's kind of how it went down. So yeah, maybe rage quit because of something like that. But it's a really decent team. The only problem is that it doesn't have big disruption, and it's a damage team that kind of tries staying defensive. So these teams are definitely out of fashion, to say the very least. So I might click here and go Zealous, genuinely. I might genuinely just click and go Zealous. Or I could click Regen and then go Zealous. Or I could keep the protection. That would also be smart here. The reason I really want to go Zealous right now is because it's going to put the Higher Man to 0 HP and afflict him, and it's also going to get a resolve check on the Crusader. Emphasis on resolve check. If he goes Virtuous, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rage. I'm definitely gonna rage. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click the Crusader. There's a lot of regen on there. Let's do this. 11. Another crit, of course. Just saving him from getting afflicted. Actually, not quite, but almost. And Crusader goes hopeless. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's not the virtue that I was thinking of. This isn't going into a courageous compilation, thankfully. And immediate hopeless pass. That is just lovely. Wasting a lot of regen on our Man-at-Arms here, but yeah, this is good. We have a very, very old style sort of team here. This is like the team that people played like 1 week into the Circus, because, you know, damage teams didn't work because you didn't have the good trinkets. So damage teams suck without good trinkets, while stress teams are still kind of okay. So people just played stress teams over and over and over again, and teams like this would kind of suffer to it. But, well, here comes Bellows. They're doing some stress, but yeah, I'm doing way more stress than they are. I actually have a good chance of winning this. It's unbelievable that my communist team, my AoE team, is winning against 2 Repulse. It's actually unbelievable. Well, I'm gonna click here and I'm definitely gonna Bellow. I feel like that's the best thing to do, just reduce their damage further. And please go, like, Paranoid or Fearful. That would be amazing. Hopeless. 2 Hopelesses. Okay, that's pretty bad. Hopeless can do some silly stuff. There is a thing that Hopeless doesn't really do stress on Act Out, like you stress other characters and then Hopeless does like a bark. Hopeless doesn't do that. Sadly, it's not one of those sorts of afflictions. I could actually go Protect Me here, to give myself some protection. I could genuinely do that. Yeah, I could genuinely do that. How much protection have I got? 55? How many actions have they got? Regen might still be better though. Yeah, I'll just drop regen. I think that's okay. I might drop to Protect Me if things get too dicey. But yeah, they have Battle debuffs right now. I should be okay here with 55 prot. If they had Piercing Quarrel, this would be an entirely different match. I don't know why they have Stabilizing Tower and not Piercing Quarrel. That's probably a mistake. Yeah, that's most definitely a mistake. There's really no reason to run that over the Piercing Quarrel. But yeah, here they're spending the damage by going with that point blank shot, so definitely not great for them. And after this, Zealous is just coming, just gonna absolutely wreck this front line, which is awesome, right? Just awesome. My doggy just died so early, but it doesn't even matter. The rest of our team is just amazing. It's really cool. So they're gonna go Battlefield Bandage. Hopeless says no. Thank you, Hopeless. They're gonna go Battlefield Bandage. Oh, the other one. That's so funny. And after this, I'm just gonna Bellow here. I could Zealous first, but then I'll lose my stun resistance. So I'm just gonna Bellow, reduce their damage even further, and then I'll be very, very happy. One thing that kind of scares me is when the corpse goes away, because after the corpse goes away they can hit my Antiquarian, but they have to start dropping command buffs if they want to hit her, because she's got 55 dodge, right? And she also has protection. She has a big amount of base HP because of that Black Diamond Mirror. Well, relatively big. For 34 HP is not too bad. Yeah, it's definitely not too bad. I might just drop another Rejuvenating Vapors here. You know, screw it, I am. Just drop Rejuvenating Vapors, give myself more regen, and if you want to go for a 50-50 stun, then so be it. Like if you get it, then sure you get it, but if you don't get it, then Zealous is just coming and just gonna wreck both your characters, and you're not gonna get the 50-50 stun 6 times in a row. You're not that one guy with the Brass Knuckles Abomination that stunned my Crusaders 6 times in a row in one video. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. So here comes the Zealous, crit into a crit. 50 stress, by the way. Oh my god, this setup is so nasty. I absolutely love it. I love running Stress Crusader when it works. Like, sometimes there's going to be an Abomination on the enemy team. He's going to slam you to the back. You're going to get power debuffed. You're going to do like 5 damage. You're going to get whited out, and your Crusader just feels like he got completely outmatched. But other times, your Zealous is going to absolutely wreck their front line. It's going to be basically my biggest source of offense and just wreck everything. It's so much fun. So here, before I get stunned again, I'm gonna drop a Zealous, which might genuinely kill this High Man. Yeah, he's probably dead. He gets another crit, but it doesn't save him. Look at this, just crit after crit after crit. Stupid freaking High Man. Get lost, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. And now I still have the regen, I still have all the good stuff, and I didn't break the rules. I've just been doing AoE abilities over and over and over again, and I am winning. It feels so good to do this. They don't even have bolster on this Man at Arms. They have guards, which I don't feel like they should. And they miss somehow. Hopeless makes them miss. That's lovely. Or I guess they didn't have that great of a hit chance because of my bolster, so we're gonna cause a heart attack here. And at this point, it is over. What a comeback! Yeah, what a not even a very exciting comeback, to be honest. It was just slow and methodical. My team just completely destroyed my opponent's team, even though it looks like it wouldn't. To repass into like full AoE team, like, no, you're gonna lose that, Shep. Am I? Am I really gonna lose that? Doesn't look like it. Well, your Crusader's gone now, both your characters are getting afflicted very soon, and I still have the Rejuvenating Vapors, I still have a Zealous, and it's just completely over for my opponent. So what did my opponent do wrong? Like, pick this team? Yeah, probably. Probably. This is one of the big reasons High Man really needs to not be like the main damage dealer, because just with the High Man as a damage dealer, like, just really didn't do enough against protection. Just really not quite enough. And my opponent just didn't have enough offense to take me out here. So yeah, GG's, and let's go on for match number 2. Alright, and here we go for match number 2, this time against Natura Ace. So this is Darkest 2 opponent, and they have a Vestal team. I like it. Vestal team with Rancid Cure-All, Idol of Purity, I see. And Crusader, I've noticed this. Crusader has Sacred Blade, but no Stunning Blow, which is definitely on the interesting side of things. How do I want to play this? Because I'm probably going to get pulled, but I'm just going to go ahead and drop a block of white here. I feel like that protection is just going to be very helpful overall. And what I'm mostly scared of here is actually caltrops. Yeah, there we go. They just dropped the caltrops, and now the clock is ticking on me. I do have Rejuvenating Vapors, but I don't have Tears of the Lost. If you have Tears of the Lost, you just completely outpace caltrops, so that's fine. But with just the normal Rejuvenating Vapors, it's not quite as good. The caltrops really takes away at your healing, and you need to keep dropping it over and over again. I don't really like it all that much. But yeah, I'm gonna have to drop the bolster now. Just gonna give myself a little bit of anti-stress if that does come into play. And it's also gonna give myself a little bit of dodge, which is obviously quite helpful here. This is why Target Whistle. collect bounty, Crusader with no stunning blow and inspiring cry, and Vestal here with dazzling light. Goes for a very chancy style, like unbelievably chancy, and it does not pay off, thankfully for us. Should I drop rejuvenating vapors here immediately? I don't really think so. I think I should just go aggressive. I think I should genuinely just go aggressive. I'm gonna drop a festering vapors first. Hopefully get some blight going, but no, there's I get one blight out of that. Lovely. Yeah, if you don't drop command buff and this is your anti-coin setup, expect that to happen. You're not gonna do too much. Here comes the Hound Ares, you're gonna get some bleeds on me. But here comes the Hound Ares as well. We do have a very aggressive doggy setup, so hopefully we can get something good, and it's not great, not terrible, I guess. Yeah, not great, not terrible. Some bleeds coming down. At least we bleed the Crusader. But here comes the Zealous. I don't know how this is gonna go. They have a decent stress team if you look at it. Should I drop command buffs? I probably should, because they don't have a lot of dodge, but I don't have a lot of accuracy either. So everyone knows command buffs equals crit, so I'm gonna be doing exactly that. Could also be dropping Bellows. That would definitely hinder this bounty hunter quite a bit. He's gonna mark, isn't he? No, he's just gonna harry. Interesting. Why would you bring this? Why would you bring the target whistle and collect bounty if you just want to harry? I don't really know, but it's working out. You know, my characters are all gonna lose HP very, very quickly between the caltrops and that Hounsari and the Zealous as well. I don't really feel like going Rejuvenating Vapors here would really save me. Like, it would help, but not that much. Oh, that is nice. You're getting punished for not bringing those trinkets. You're getting hardcore punished right there. I love it. I absolutely love it. Come on, I have the command buffs now. I need those crits. I really need to start getting some crits here from my Surf and Turf. Just demolish my opponent's side here with the DOT. I bet you really wish you had that stun now, right? Yeah, I bet you really wish you had that. I don't know, my opponent just got unbelievably unlucky there. I mean, they put themselves into it. They brought a team without any accuracy buffs. They brought a team that doesn't really look too functional, if you ask me, but they got really unlucky with the stuns and with the double Zealous Miss. What were the chances of that? They had 98 accuracy and they were hitting into 15 and 15 dodge, so it was an 83% chance on both, and they miss. They miss. Yeah, that means I got like a 12% chance twice. Lovely. That's the very, very rare Shepherd Dog RNG. I'm not gonna have good luck for, you know, about a week's worth of videos. So hope you enjoyed that very, very lucky display of RNG there. And let's go on for the next match. Hopefully maybe find the same person again, but this time they're playing with a team that's probably what they climbed with. I don't know, just such a weird team playing Vessel and the doggy that way. It was such a weird setup. And let's see, who are you playing against? Father Nicholas. Okay, I guess he just started playing ladder and he says hello again. Hello again indeed. Let's see if we can make this work then. They are veteran, but they are one of the best veteran players I know. They do play quite well. And okay, this time they are finale, so it looks a hell of a lot better for them. This is a Highwayman team. I see. So instead of having the man at arms here, they just brought Jester and are gonna turn the aggression up to 1,000, I guess. And they're gonna start with the battle vow because screw my dodge, I suppose. Well, in that case, let's just desync and play this again, because I was having a losing matchup, right? Yeah, this is me just pulling the plug and making it so I don't lose a match in the video. Nah, of course not. He just has horrible connection with me for some reason. But let's go on for the next match. Alright, and here we go for match number 3, I believe, and this time we're playing against Just Relax, so this is a Darkest One opponent with a name I haven't seen before. But quite a cool name. Now, the biggest problem with this name is that I'm having a terrible time already, because this is a full-on anti-stress team that we're playing against. It's not only anti-stress, it also looks like it's anti-damage. It's anti-everything. It's just like an Immortal Musketeer, but instead of having a Flagellant Abomination, they have Crusader Antiquarian. And let's see if we can break through. That's gonna be the whole point here. We're gonna have to break through somehow. So, even though we want to break through, do we want to drop the command first? Ah, screw it. Yeah, let's drop the command first. We have to break through here. We can't be going round 1 just bolster into Bulwark, into I don't know, invigorating vapors and all the silly stuff. We have to start going aggressive now if we want to win this. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the festering vapors, get an immediate crit. That's antiquarian RNG for you right there, and let's go. Let's be aggressive here. See if we can break through my opponents. So they have a double virtue chance here. So they have 55 virtue chance on the antiquarian, which is insane. They have rejuvenating vapors, so it's going to be very difficult for me to DOT my opponent out, but I will try. Especially if I keep getting crits. If I keep getting crits, this might be doable. This might very well be doable. And they have a musketeer with snuff, so that's not too good for them. If they had brass bugle here, I would maybe just surrender because they would heal 18 stress with a pop. So I would never be able to afflict my opponents. But since they only have 12 stress heal a pop, you know, it's doable. It's doable. Not very likely, but still doable. And the Man-at-Arms is going to have Numbing Instance and Rancid Cure, so he's going to be very difficult to DOT out, as you can probably imagine, since we just failed both our DOTs on him. And he's also going to be very tanky to stuns and stress, even though we don't have stuns this time around. So, how do we want to keep going at this? I might drop more command buffs, but I feel like just dropping Bellows might do more stress overall than just dropping more command buffs, so I'm gonna do this instead, and hopefully reduce their damage a little bit too if they want to go cells or something of the likes. Now, let's be honest, if they just keep going, rejuvenating vapors, ranging shot, and inspiring cry, they're never gonna put any pressure on me and they won't be able to win. Bellows are definitely gonna help, but if I keep getting crits and if I keep getting, you know, just hits upon hits, they won't be able to sustain this just with Bellows. They don't have enough stress healing with only the Musketeer and the Crusader over here. So they have to start going for some sort of aggressive moves like Zealous Accusation, stuff like that. But at the same time, I do have a lot of stress output here. Between the Surf and Turf and them not having Repulse, this is really rough. This is why the Immortal Musketeer has an Abomination. Because you can be aggressive and defensive at the same time. You can blight your opponent and do stress, which is really freaking good. It's hindering them in two ways. It's stressing them out and also getting them closer to your HP. And at the same time, you're also being defensive because you have Repulsed up. But, do I actually have enough offense? I might not actually have enough offense. I don't know, they have a lot of stress healing here, and they are belling me down, just over and over again. I'm not sure if I actually have enough offense. It's gonna be a little bit rough, that's for sure. But we're gonna try, we're gonna keep trying, and I think I will have enough. Yeah, how much stress do they heal? They heal 48 here and 33, so they heal, yeah, that's definitely a lot. I need a few crits, and I need the Musketeer to fail one of her ranging shots. If that happens, things are gonna be coming up Shepherd Doggy, that's the least I can say. Oh, I miss a 92, and I failed to bleed there as well. That was a 92. Yeah, because I only had one command buff. Maybe I should just drop command. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I feel like the bellows are helping. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Look at that discipline. They don't even hover their mouse all over the place. They have played this team so much that they aren't even surprised by that happening. If you play this and you're like the first, like, I don't know, like 10 times you're playing, if that happens, you're gonna be like, no! But this person has done it so much that they've kind of gotten desensitized to the RNG. That happens to me sometimes as well. It's good and bad. It's bad because you just get used to the BS, so you don't even complain about it anymore, and it feels sad when you look back at it. It definitely feels sad, but at the same time, you can stay cool under pressure and know that, you know, you missed one, but you'll probably get the next one, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So they've dropped 3 bellows on me in total, and they got all the debuffs every single time, didn't they? Now, let's talk about chances. What are the chances that happened? 90, 90, 55, and 55, and they got the battle debuffs every single time. Now, it doesn't really matter all that much, that's true, it doesn't really matter too much. And who did I crit? I did 0 on everyone. I wonder who I crit. Not you. You, I crit you, I see. I crit the Antiquarian here. Well, not the character I want to crit, because, you know, there's this. But here come more ranging shots. They actually miss, but yeah, now they get to the stress heal. I feel like I'm doing enough stress though. I feel like I genuinely am. I'm also doing a lot of DOT to this Crusader, so I might actually have enough here to take him out. Let's see, that's another blight. Yeah, they're taking a lot of DOT on this Crusader, and I also have Zealous coming up, even though I Bell debuffed. It's gonna do like what, 3 damage? That might be enough here. Oh no, they get crit. Oh, they get a crit. Okay, that's really bad. That's really bad. The one action they have done this entire match, which could have gotten a crit, got them a crit. I actually do 1 damage with the Dallas activation, which is even worse than what I thought it would be. Okay, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get afflicted soon. Once I get afflicted, this is gonna be really, really difficult for me. Do I want to drop another command buff, or do I want to drop Bellows? Oh man, it's rough. But I'm gonna drop command buffs. I feel like crits is gonna be better for me here. Plus, I don't want to miss another Hansari on the Antiquarian. I don't feel like that would be too much fun. The crit chance is very good. It's plus 4%, right, for 3 rounds. I could definitely get some crits. As we all know, 2 command buffs equals crits. And on AoE abilities, it's even better on the communist team. Okay, stress coming in. Don't really care all that much. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a festering vapors here, and no crits. Even with my amazing crit chance of 17 on everyone, no, not a single crit. That's sad. That is definitely quite sad. Oh, I should play a crit Handmaster team. There was someone that was bringing the training whistle and the Crimson Hook on the doggy, and then just spamming command buffs, and you had like 30% crit chance on everyone. That was a very, very cool team. But it looks like we had a desync. Well, that's sad. I'm not sure who was gonna win here, but let's be honest, it was probably my opponent, because I would still take a lot of turns to still attrition them down, and I was about to go afflicted, so depending on how my act outs went down, I probably would have lost that one, but if I got a little bit lucky with the afflictions, I wouldn't have. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, hope you all enjoyed the communist team, and we're gonna do the crit team for the next time around, so hope you all enjoyed the work of art that is the Clue Communist AK car. Wait, no, Clue Communist car AK thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.